Hi, I'm Amaranthine, you can call me Robin, and welcome to day 3 of BTS week. If you didn't know, BTS week is this thing I'm doing in preparation for the BTS comeback of Map of the Soul Persona. I am making content every day this week, 7 days, and we're learning more about me and how I got into BTS, which was the first day. Second day was learning about my bias, and today is my top 10 BTS songs. Stay tuned for what comes in the rest of the week, but let's get into it. So, my top 10 BTS songs. I feel like this list is going to change like the second the album comes out, but you know what? That's what it is for right now. I definitely had to change the list. I made it like right before Love Yourself Tear came out, I think, and then I had to change it, and then I had to change it again after Love Yourself, I almost said Idol, after Love Yourself Answer came out. So I'm probably gonna have to change it again, and maybe I'll address that next week. But let's get into number 10. All right, number 10 is Intro Singularity, and that is V's solo from the Love Yourself Tear album. And yeah, it's number 10. I feel like after yesterday, maybe you might assume to be higher on this list, and it might make you very curious to know what the rest of them are on here. But yeah, number 10 is BTS V's Singularity, and oh, I love this song so much. I listened to it about 50 times the day that it came out, and I still listen to it all the time. It's just his voice, and like with the kind of bluesy aspect. It's rare that like a song is catered specifically to Taehyung's voice, but since this is his solo song, it was catered specifically to him, and it's a totally different vibe than Stigma is, and it's just perfection and Dance King. That's all I have to say. Number 9. Now this one's going to be a little bit confusing. Number 9 is Mic Drop. And now, let me clarify, it's Mic Drop, the original version. Not the one with Designer, not the Stevie Aoki remix, not the Stevie Aoki extended remix. It's the original Mic Drop that came off of Love Yourself, Her. I kind of mentioned this, or maybe, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but when I was first discovering BTS, like I heard Mic Drop, and I also heard Go Go. Those are like I think people have said those are the first 2 comeback stages they've ever done, and those are like the first videos apart from DNA that I watched that I was actually like a fan of them and watching. So those live stages were amazing, and Mic Drop, I even tried to learn the choreo. I knew that whole song backwards and forwards at one point, and I still love it to this day. Number 9. All right, number 3 is Cypher 3 Killer. And so that's the cypher that has Supreme Boy on it. And it was really hard for me to choose a favorite cypher because Cypher 2 goes so hard. But I also feel like I'm being attacked. Like I feel like I should be offended listening to it. And that's literally the only reason that it's not where this one is. And so there's also Cypher 4, which is great. But I think that Cypher 3 is like maybe one of the only cyphers where I feel like they're also like, they're, you know, dissing people in like a not nice way, but also like just, I don't know, I can't even explain it. That song is so good, and like Suga's verse, Yoongi's verse at the end is just literally the best. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's fantastic, and I love it. It is my favorite cypher. Moving on to number 7. Number 7 was kind of a hard choice to put here, and I remember debating a lot when I was making this list, and actually, I almost feel like I don't know, I'm unsure about its placement still, but number 7 is Fake Love. And so, a lot of people assumed, well, I'll get into this later actually, but Fake Love was my first BTS comeback, and so it was the first comeback that I experienced, and Fake Love is just an artistic masterpiece. Like the whole thing is art, like every single aspect of it is art, and I absolutely love that. I love the choreography, I love the music video, I love the song, I love all of the live stages that they've done because they keep mixing in different aspects of like the universe lore, and I just love that song, and I sing along with it every single time it comes on. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is a really good song. Number 6, you may recognize if you subscribe to this channel and watch a couple of my videos. Number 6 is Trivia Love, which is Namjoon RM's solo on the Love Yourself Answer album. And at first I liked the song, but I wasn't like in love with the song or anything. It was just like, yeah, it's a good song. It's good. And then I watched a lyric video, and I saw that part where he's like, I just, it's just a good song. The lyrics are so good, and the way that Namjoon like plays around with English and Korean is just masterful. It's fantastic. And I feel like I've said fantastic about 80 times in this video. Maybe I'll put a counter if I'm not lazy, but I feel like I've said it a lot. But that song in live, hearing everyone shout and scream, live, love, it's so good. It's so good. All right, so number 5. Number 5 is arguably one of the best BTS songs to exist. Number 5 is Outro Tear. Listening to the Love Yourself Tear album was, I'm not going to list like my favorite albums. I'm probably not going to do that at any point. I mean, maybe I will later, but Love Yourself Tear is one of my favorite albums. I love every single song on that album, except for, I don't really love, there's like one song on there that I don't like, you know, and it's just so good. And Outro Tear, the way that Namjoon comes in on that song was like, I was just like, whoa. And then Yoongi comes after, and then J-Hope finishes it out with like his breathy rapping, and it is so good. Like, we don't need ciphers, we need more of that. Like, rap line goes hard, and like BTS I feel like has mastered the art of like sad rap. And I feel like they can rap so emotionally that it's almost as impactful as like emotionally singing. Like, it's almost as impactful, if not as impactful, as like a ballad. And I feel like that's a crazy talent. So that's why Outro Tear is number 5. Number 4 is Let Me Know, off the Dark and Wild album, which is also arguably one of the best BTS albums to exist. The songs on that album are all just really, really great, especially for how it was it their first full-length album? I think it might have been, I'm not sure. I'll correct myself on screen somewhere. But Dark and Wild is such a good album, and Let Me Know was, for those of you who don't know, I strive to be multilingual. I would love to speak Japanese, Korean, French, Spanish, and sign language. And so I started learning Korean, and one of the ways that I learned was I listened to songs and I wrote down the lyrics and I like translated it and stuff like that. And so Let Me Know was one of those songs, and so I listened to that song so many times, and it was because I loved it. I listened to it probably like 100+ times, and it is like I listen to Spotify, and so at the end, like Spotify does, at the end of the year, Spotify does like a wrap of like the songs you listen to the most, and Let Me Know last year was my top listened to song, so that's crazy, especially because like it's like the whole year. So yeah, that's crazy. All right, number 3 is 134340, which, for those of you who don't know, all of you probably do though, but it's the numerical name for Pluto, which is no longer a planet, but like sort of is a planet. Again, I don't know. Scientists are just as confused as I am. But Pluto, 133340, I don't think I said that right. 134340. I think I said that right. Okay, whatever. It's such a good song. It's just such a chill vibe, and I absolutely love it. And number 2 is Just One Day. I feel like that's kind of an obscure song to have on a top 10 list, but I love that song, and I always sing along to it, and I love the choreo. The chair choreo is so neat and interesting, and I just really love that song. And so now I'm going to get into honorable mentions before I finish us out. So this list is in no particular order, but honorable mentions I would like to add onto this list is Trivia, Seesaw, Onpon Man, 2, 3, Epiphany, and Go Go, specifically the Japanese version. All of these songs are also really dear to my heart, and they're also amazing songs. I mean, does BTS really put anything out besides amazing songs? I mean, honestly. But yeah, those are honorable mentions I wanted to list that weren't quite on my top 10, but are still some of my favorite songs. Alright, number one. Number one is my all-time favorite song, and I think that people really thought that Fake Love was going to dethrone the Queen. But Fake Love did not dethrone the Queen. The Queen still stands, and Fake Love is just the princess. I'm sorry, don't at me, I don't care. My favorite song, my favorite BTS song, as of right now, may change, I don't know, is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Speaking about artistic masterpieces, that music video, that choreo, that song, every single facet of Blood, Sweat, and Tears is so good. It's so artistic, it's so beautiful, and I absolutely love it. It's my favorite song. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to BTS Week Day 3. Stay tuned for what comes up next, and I love you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in with me, and let's prepare to die this comeback. Alright, bye guys. Is this love? Yeah. Is this love? Yeah. Sometimes I know. Yeah. Sometimes I don't. Yeah. 이 다음 그사 뭐라고 쓸까? 너무 많은 말이 날 돌지만 내 마음 같은 게 하나. 그냥 느껴져 해가 뜨고 나면 꼭다리 뜨듯이